like fantasy, right?
I like fantasy.
I never hear you talk about it.
Yeah, not as much as I love sci-fi.
What's the big difference for you?
Fantasy's like fucking Harry Potter.
Harry Potter's like one of the worst fantasies I've ever seen or read. Or
that's what I imagine fantasy.
That's why it was when it's popular
like,
over the a huge amount of people is because it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And it was so it was just whimsical. Oh my god.
Whimsical is a better word. So when I say fantasy, I say whimsical. So The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. These kind of I don't know, non-outer space, cool future things.
Well, for me, sci-fi fantasy had one big difference. Because the way sci-fi works and the way fantasy works is pretty much the same. One just calls it advanced science and one just calls it magic. But the big difference is sci-fi try good sci-fi, try to see how people will cope with technology changing their lives. A good one, the one you like, The Expanse.
Oh, yeah.
How people will cope with humans living on different... It's not anything new, but that's one of the most popular tropes. Humans live in different places now.
Different environments.
And they're just different. And that makes them, after a long time, different than what they were before,
Yeah.
With fantasy, it usually has to do with personal growth, and it's kind of like the hero's tale. Personal growth. This person's... My favorite ones, they're coming of age. Here's a young person, and they become a different person by the end. Lord of the Rings, the four hobbits that you follow for most of the way are these fun-living young guys who don't have much care in the world, and by the time they come back, they're all fucked up. They saw some shit. You know what I mean?
They're like Vietnam War vets.
Yeah. That's the big difference for me from sci-fi. Besides one calling it magic and one calling it future science, the big difference for me has always been that.
So, what do you call it? What was that? Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Game of Thrones, what he was trying to do, and he did for the first few books, what he did really well was the fact that he was okay, you have your regular fantasy guys, but these heroic, really over-the-top noble people, they're in the books. If you put them in a medieval setting, they probably get killed by ruthless motherfuckers, which is why he wrote the book. That's why people die a lot.
Yeah.
It's because they're being noble.
There's a lot.
And they get their heads chopped off. Which is kind of an interesting thought. The problem is he killed so many important characters. By the time you get to the last book he published, shit was everywhere, and you weren't. It felt like there was no direction anymore, and because you just killed too many people, dude. We don't know who we're supposed to follow anymore.
I mean, shout out to Littlefinger. Yeah, I feel like he survived till the end. Kind of.
I don't know. I mean, he hasn't finished the books.
Oh.
The show finished it, but he didn't finish the books.
Yeah, but not in a good way. The show just made up something, and it was that last season. We were fucking dedicated for years, and then that last season was just garbage. It was garbage.
It was. I won't even watch the new stuff. I don't care how many people tell me it's good. I won't watch it because it was that last season was really bad. I don't care.
The new stuff was alright.
There's a lot of stuff that I like in this world to watch. I'm not watching it anymore. Sorry.
I just watched Spider-Man. So where would you put Spider-Man? Where would you put Marvel? Something Way Home.
Oh, No Way Home?
Yeah. That was alright.
Fuck yeah, I love that one.
And I like Zendaya.
I mean, it was supposed to be feel good, pandering kind of to people who like the other Spider-Man. The little kid, but also people who like the other Spider-Mans and stuff. They're everybody's wouldn't it be cool if we had all the Spider-Mans together in one thing?
Yeah.
And they did it for us, but they did it about as good as you can fucking do that. You know what I mean?
I just like the Spider-Man suit with the spider arms that come out that Tony Stark made for him. Fucking awesome. Best suit ever. And I wish they would just leave it like that.
They're not now because he didn't have anything. Here's my thing. At the end of that movie, he asked Doctor Strange to just erase Peter Parker. So Peter Parker no longer exists, period. He doesn't have a bank account. He did not inherit the stuff from Tony Stark. He doesn't even have a high school diploma.
Oh, damn.
Because they didn't finish high school by the time, because he was trying to get to college. So, how the fuck is he renting a fucking apartment in New York City? Where's he getting the money from? How is he doing it?
His hot ass aunt.
His aunt's dead, and he no longer exists. Yeah. Remember?
Yeah.
He no longer. He can't get. He's no money from her anymore because she's dead.
She's hot.
I don't know. At the end, he was renting the thing, and he was sewing his own suit up because he can't use Tony's shit anymore.
Yep.
I get that. That was a cool way to reset him. But how did he do this? Have you ever tried to rent an apartment?
He's got fucking, he's got OnlyFans.
They background check you. You get to pay like first month's, last month, deposit this month.
He's OnlyFans, dude. He's doing he's shooting web slingers out of different places.
Anyway, I still love that movie, but I can't stop thinking about that. Like, how did he do that? I did like the fact that the apartment looked like the apartment from the first Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2, I should say, the Spider-Man 2 movie, where he was renting that place from the guy who was always like, rent? Like every time.
Yeah.
They made that apartment look a lot like that apartment, which is just kind of a cool little...
Yeah.
I would love to if you heard a Russian accent guy going, rent? Like, you wouldn't have to see the actor. If you just heard that, we would all be like, oh, yes.
Well done. Nice little nod.
All right, guys.
Oh.
We are Sake&Sumo.
Hey.
We are again, I know, do not get used to this, but we are again together in the same place.
Look at this.
So at my house, we're at his house.
Welcome. We're in my house.
We just had a gecko with Austin, San Antonio, and Houston. Or at least as many people as we can get down for it.
Dallas was not there.
They were busy.
Boo.
But we love you, Dallas.
Yes, we do.
Even when you shun us. We still love you. But we are actually here to talk about we are a week away. When we're recording this, we're a week away from the first day of the November
12th. I have it on my Sumo calendar right in front of me.
Sometime this week, we need to test our live streaming ability on Lone Star and Sumo.
Oh, then there's that.
We really need to test it this week.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to keep this in, but y'all know how much hard time we had. It hurt our channel. It literally hurt our channel.
People were a little bit confused.
Our numbers went down. All our numbers across the board went down without Breakfast and the Basho.
It was kind of a running joke at first, and then the joke became a reality, and then it was like, yeah, we're just gonna fix this. And the Basho just popped up on us, and now, we've got a few days to figure this shit out again. We have lives, you guys. Like,
we do.
This is a hobby for us. CNN or fucking...
They ain't paying us to do this shit to make time for it. We have to make time ourselves. But that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about that Basho. There's some interesting stuff. I would like to start with possible comebacks that's either going to happen this month or in January. One that's not going to happen is Hakuoho. It's already been said he's out for November. He's hoping to come back in January.
Yeah. Didn't they already drop him to Jurio?
Yes, and because he's dropping this one, there's more likely not going to be in Jurio next time. So he's got to move all the way back up again. But
it's going to be easy for him.
He's so good.
It's
ridiculously good. I hope the surgery doesn't slow him down because it does sometimes.
It's going to make him stronger.
Imagine that's what happens. That happens. The first time I took on Ben after his first ACL, he was so strong.
Well, hopefully, Mr. Hakuoho, you will be amazing. Well, you will. You already are amazing. Now you're just getting some oil, some like the Tin Can Man in Oz, getting some oil in those fucking joints. You're gonna be fucking and moving.
Two other guys who might be here in November, but I'm betting it's more likely going to be January. Inho, who's finally practicing and stuff, But he feels the last time people talked to him,
he's
which
on
was
the
a few weeks
Banzuke.
ago, he is. But a few weeks ago, people talked to him, and he was like, "I don't think my body's ready yet."
Smart.
Yeah,
Smart.
wait till it's ready.
I wish more people would do that.
Yeah, so you might as well. Wakata Kage is also practicing right now. No word, I don't think, on him saying yes or no for this one. But even if he says no, he might be back in January. And you know how much this channel loves both those guys.
Yes.
I love Wakata Kage. He is
Waka.
He is one of my favorite freaking guys to watch wrestle. He's amazing, and he does not shut up about Inho sometimes.
Yes.
So
I'm sorry. I have several Inho things.
Two guys who are injured but haven't admitted that they're going to drop out because they're not sure yet. One is your boy Asanoyama with his calf thing.
The calf muscle, yeah. So for those who don't know, Asanoyama tore his calf during a Jungyo practice, which is a Jungyo is. It's basically between seasons. Like every time they, the month that they don't have a Basho, they're going to the towns that don't have, that don't have a Kugikan, like an arena.
Didn't have a tournament.
And they're just going to, they're going town to town, and doing these cool little shows. They typically are supposed to be fairly light. It's basically like public keiko.
Yeah, and they do a lot of cool shit like that because I found out last year that people who are working on to be announcers get to work those, or people who call like Kimirite. The people who are doing Kimirite, they tell the wrestlers like, do this crazy weird one no one ever sees, and they'll do it and see if those guys can call it in time. Isn't that cool? I found out last year. They're sitting there like this and this.
So Jungyos are kind of for Yobidashi or Gyojis or Gyojis in training.
Yeah, all those guys are working on stuff. They are working on it.
It's test time. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That is pretty cool.
So he hasn't come out. I think he really wants to fight this November, but at the moment it's kind of up in the air. And most people, including me, don't think Teruno Fuji is going to make it for November, even though he won't admit that he's out.
He's out.
I think so too. My thing with both of them, I think they know that, and we'll get into this later, that Takesho is going for the belt, the white belt, and they're the two best guys to make sure he doesn't get it. And I love Takesho, but I also love it when those guys, because there's guys who are like, nope, we got to stop them.
Yeah.
We don't want them to get the Ozeki. We don't want them to get the Yokozuna. People are like that. Like they want to be a wall. Like, you have to pass me. So both those guys being out, they're probably like, in November, we'll get to that later. We'll get to Takesho later.
Okay. Where would you like to start with debutantes into the...
You love that. You love debutantes.
Go ahead. I really do. I want to say I'm very happy to introduce Roga. I have been waiting to see him in the top level.
Me too.
I think he also belongs with that little trifecta of dudes that just got in. Roga should have. I feel like there was such. There's like Banana Tits or Kagayaki. There's all these ones that are just floaters, and you're like, God damn, make some fucking room for these like some really awesome, fresh talent. And
I agree, but Roga's issue's always been consistency. He'll have a great 9 or 10 wins, and then he'll have 7 or 8. I know that's only a couple of wins, but that's a big difference from getting into the top division or not.
And that's what held him back.
Yeah,
I mean, but when he's on, he's
fun to watch.
And I'm excited. So he's got his debut, and we've also got Kitanowaka.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Not to be confused with Kotanowaka.
No.
But Kitanowaka. So it is his first time back, or first time in the top level. And I think Tohakuryu.
I am pretty sure this is his first time.
Tohakuryu's first time. So there are 3 that are blossoming and debuting in the top level. So that's pretty amazing, I think.
It's always fun to see new guys and see what they can do.
Yeah, and it's fun to watch them in the big boy league to see either they're gonna make or break. Like some of them, their first Basho, they are just shook, and then some are just fucking that. You know, you got Gonoyama, Hakuoho, all these ones that like on their debut they're just hungry as shit, and they break the pack and just do very well. I think the third one, what's his name? I call him like it's like a trifecta of debutantes that all went in at the same time, but the third one was more of a sleeper. Gonoyama, Hakuoho, and that other dude, but he's still here. He's still up there. He's
look it up. Yeah, look it up because I can't remember.
Sararumi, Hirarumi. Was it Ichi Yamamoto?
No, Ichi Yamamoto just got back out of Juryo.
Yeah, I was like, wait, he's already
He won Juryo last time, and now he's back in.
Where's the third new boy? Did he jump up that much?
No.
Oh yeah, no, here he is. That's right, because I always like to say, yeah, Shononomi, look at you up there, my gosh, oh my goodness, my gosh, at a 6.
6? Wow, that is higher than I expected.
Doing all right.
Speaking of, I called it right last time, because it's a very set pattern now. Oh-ho. Double digits, 9 or 10 wins. Single digits, 6 or 7 wins. Back down to double digits. He's at 12 now. So if you play fantasy sumo, I would pick him because he's probably gonna get 9 or 10 wins and look really fucking good. And Hoshoryu Haas is getting kind of a little annoyed by the fact that you can't fight him because he has dominated Haas. He has dominated Hoshoryu. And they came in together, and they've been linked together because of who their uncles are.
They came up. Oh,
yeah. They started at the same time. They came up together. They've been linked together because of their uncles, and so they've always been like. And he has whooped the shit out of fucking Hoshoryu. And Hoshoryu admits it. He's like, dude, I want to fight him again in freaking tournament. I want him to get up here.
Yeah.
And he's talented. Like I said many times, he's talented enough. He doesn't believe he's talented enough. Until he does, until he comes out and is confident every time he fucking wrestles, he's not going to get those 9 or 10 wins that he should be getting almost every tournament.
I can't call myself a fan yet. I can't. This guy's been a believer since day one. This guy's been a fucking believer since day one.
But you've seen him break off those huge freaking... I think he got 11 one fucking tournament. He's good.
It's just... He's good, but...
He beat your boy Asayama when he was coming back up. Remember when he went, what?
I know. That's not
because he's that good. He just doesn't know he is.
Yeah.
It's a confidence thing. You have to believe. This is true in all sumo. Pro sumo, amateur sumo, I don't give you shit.
Any sport. You have to believe you're going to win.
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah.
It is an issue I have.
It's not cockiness.
It's an issue a lot of athletes have. Because if you get beat by someone a bunch of times, there's a guy in Texas, Khalil. I've never beat Khalil. I should. No. And I've taken him to the edge every time, and then he somehow turns around and wins. And I think it's because in my head I think I'm not going to win.
And knowing Khalil, he's cocky as shit.
He does.
He's like...
He also admits, like, you give me the edge every time. I don't know how the hell you keep losing. I'm like... I don't know either, but you keep beating my ass.
Yeah, you should definitely be beating him. But
I think he's not really good.
Yeah. Where are we? Yeah, so I guess we're still in the lower.
We were talking about Oho and stuff. Yeah, so we can go up to the single digits. Our runner-up from last year has moved to Makushira 8 out of Mafuji. Still the best fucking name probably I've ever heard in sumo. He sounds like a superhero.
Atomic. It just sounds atomic.
It sounds so great. I want him to wear a cape. It's so awesome. I do. With his big, pretty cheeks that you want to pinch, and just wear a freaking big red cape and just run around. I want to see it.
Also, right there though, just above him, Kim Bozan.
Yeah.
I do enjoy him. I like his name, and his head reminds me of Quagmire, and I like a lot of things about him. Unfortunately,
he's solid.
Yeah, he's solid. He's got staying power. Like he's not dropping down to Juryo anytime soon.
No, I'm still not convinced he's going to make it to Sanyaku unless people have really bad tournaments ahead of him. Mm-hmm. But
it would be by luck. It would literally be, oh shit.
It has some Banzuke luck to get there, in my opinion. But he is solid, and we need solid people in the middle. Yeah, it's very important to have those guys.
You need that wall for the Hakuohos. You know, like to be able to be really great, they need to hit a really firm wall of talent that maybe it's not talent enough to be Sanyaku, like or just maintain Sanyaku. They might touch Sekiwake or whatever and then drop back down, but then and they might just float between those two. But a wall of just talented and grueling tough people. That way, you know, if you break past that wall to Sanyaku. And you some like then you really like and you have these impressive matches. Yeah. You're like, okay, there's no question that this kid should be a Ozeki or whatever.
I agree. Yeah. If we have a weak point, I know a lot of people think the top is the weak point. I feel like the top is just jammed.
Yes.
It's not. I don't think they're weak. They're just jammed up. And they're having a hard time getting to Ozeki. And definitely
there's only so many Sekiwake, only so many Komusubi, and definitely only so many.
And they keep beating each other, and they keep. Oh, I'm Sekiwake. Oh, I'm dropping a little bit. Oh, I was Ozeki, but I'm going down now. That I feel it's a big jam right now. That's why I'm excited about Oho and Gonoriyama because I feel like they can break that shit up. When they get there, it may take a year or so for them to get really ready, but I think they're going to destroy people. I honestly believe both of them. I believe both of them can destroy people. They are very, very talented in a way that makes me go, damn. Okay, so moving on. Midori Fuji and Anosho hitting 5 in the top 5. I love that.
You guys know I love my little thick boys. So shout out to Midori Fuji for maintaining that top 5 bracket.
Yeah, that means he gets to fight the big guys still. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah,
I like that. We like him.
He's got it.
Also, I'm happy Meisei's up there, even though I still believe here they're kind of my consistency. I feel like he should be Sanyaku, but he gets up there and then drops down, and then gets up there and he drops down.
But when Meisei's on, like
he's so good.
Yeah, when he's on.
I've been talking about this with people forever, and it wasn't until I talked to Ari that I found someone else that was like me that was like, yeah, he's so good. Why the fuck is he not winning?
Ari loves Meisei.
I love Meisei. I do. I really do.
I'm a little scared. I will say Shodai is my Gashida too.
When his Tachi Eye's on, he's dangerous, man.
I need him to fall a little bit more. Just a little. I'm sorry. I was like, he'll never be Ozeki again. I can guarantee. I feel confident that he'll never be Ozeki again.
Yeah, I think he'd have to have a big luck streak. But talking about someone who could be your boy Asanyama if he comes back is on the brink of hitting that.
He's at my Gashida 1. He's at my Gashida. But you know who else is at my... Oh, shout out. Hold on a second.
Kirby himself.
Yes. And I wanted to shout out to Ben for bringing this back from Japan. I can take him off. Shout out to Ben for bringing Uda back from Japan. This is amazing. I am so happy. I got my little... This is going to be on the Breakfast on the Basho all the time, every time that Uda is fighting. But yes, he's at my Gashida 1. And I'm so happy.
Yeah, so I'm very excited about the M1s this tournament. Hopefully they both do great. Hopefully Asayama even competes. We're going to take a little bit of break here before Sanyaku and talk about Sake&Sumo, what we're drinking today. So I'm drinking a brand new Austin East Cider because I'm in Austin.
Tropical Punch.
That this boy next to me got for me. I've never had Tropical Punch. It says Imperial Series.
And it's 8%.
8.3. I'm driving home tonight. May not be the smartest thing ever. Don't worry, guys. I will not drive until I'm sober.
We'll get him some water. I'm not going anywhere. I wish I brought like 2 of those because they're amazing. I'm just being a little basic bitch and had a Truly.
Yeah, that's pretty basic bitchy.
Yeah. I got a salsa.
We promise at some point we'll bring sake back. We kind of drank a lot of it to the point where we stopped drinking.
Yeah.
We got over.
Went through a really good phase of sake. It was a lot. Now I'm like, I need to calm it down.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So, back to the Sanyaku, the big boys.
Bum, bum, bum.
Abby's up there, which is not a big surprise. Hogan Fuji's up there, which is really freaking cool. But at the Kosubi, the Sekawake level, Konowake is the person I'm fucking excited about. Because he could freaking make Ozeki.
Yeah. And, I mean, there's a lot of pressure because he comes from Dynasty, he's
part of the Three Princes,
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's some pressure.
But when he's on, like you said about Meisei, when he's on, it's
he's on.
Man, he's good.
I wish he looked meaner.
That may be that little step he needs is to find a way to get, because I've been told this by a lot of old guys.
Scary.
A lot of the old sumo wrestlers in America tell me, if you can fucking get pissed when you sumo wrestle, you're gonna mess people up. I have a hard time doing it. He's the same way, where he's like, well, I want to win, but I don't want to hurt anybody.
Okay. I mean, look at Takakeisho. Look at Teruno Fuji. Clearly, look at Hakuho. And even,
Hakuho are two new boys. Hakuho and Gonayama, the reason why they're killing it.
They know how to
kill an instinct.
Yeah, and they have a presence.
Yeah.
There's a when you hit if you even are thinking about tasting Ozeki or Yokozuna, you gotta have this thing that shakes other wrestlers where you're like, fuck.
Yeah, they're like, I'll do my best.
Yeah. But then even before you touch them, it just has to come off you. I
don't think Konowaka always has that.
No, he's cute as fuck.
I don't have that great either. Technique, I'm trying, but
you're cute.
I'm cute as fuck. Yeah. I get that. But I'm trying to find that kind of, because you have that. I've seen you when you get fucking on.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there are days, there are tournaments when you're not.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you turn it on, and Eric turns it on, and Mark Jones, the guys that I'm trying to get to, that's what they have that I don't. They have that killer instinct. I don't have it. Konowaka has the same issue, in my opinion. If he's this good without it, if he gets it,
we are getting deep here, y'all.
Yeah. We're talking about killer instincts.
Yeah.
Wakamono Haro is still up in the Sekawake. I really hope he makes Ozeki, but he has a hard time getting that three-peat.
Yep.
That 10, 11, 12 for 3 tournaments in a row. He has a hard time doing that.
And shit, and so does Hoshori's just, man, that his wily, this Tachi is. His experiments with Tachi Eyes in the last 2 Bashos have been weird. It has been very weird in week 1. I don't like it. I love Haas. I don't like his week 1s. And then week 2, he's just he turns it back on enough to save himself. I don't know. Haas is hurting my feelings right now.
That's been his problem, and it was actually, remember we were talking about it when we called him the Future Part 2 and Wakatakage the Future Part 1. That had always been their issue. I mean, Watake didn't have an issue with his Tachi Eye, but both of them would have those weird ass first weeks where they'd only be like 3-3 or something. You're like, what's going on? And then they get 9 wins.
Yeah.
And you're like, if you get just 1 or 2 more wins in that first week,
save yourself in the first week. It makes life a lot easier in week 2. Yeah,
we talked about it a lot. We talked about both those guys had that issue, but he got Ozeki. He got there.
Yeah.
He'll get.
I know. But it's even more so now that he's Ozeki. More
you worried about it more. That makes sense.
You are an Ozeki, and I'm preaching to the choir. I'm sure Haas's uncle is always giving him an earful, but you are an Ozeki. You are what used to be the Yokozuna.
That's true. They were the champions before there was a grand champion.
And so there should be a consistency, like an 11, 11 plus consistency.
I say double digit at least. Like you expect it.
Always, and there should not be this like danger zone question start to finish.
Even when you see Ozeki's get 9, you're like, okay, what did it? 10, 11, 12s is what you kind of want to see them get. Just like you want to see 12, 13, 14s from fucking Ozeki.
And again, just for a point of reference, look at Haruma Fuji, like Kakuryu, like all those ones, even before they became Yokozunas, like they were putting numbers on the board consistently. True. You didn't know how they were going to do it, but they always did it. They were consistent as fuck. And so like you can't follow up a trifecta like that with wishy-washy Ozeki-ness.
I have mentioned this to you before, I think. I'm not sure if I ever mentioned this on Sake&Sumo. But we talk about how hard it is for Ks, M1s, M2s, M3s that first week because they're facing the Yokozunas, the Ozekis, and the Seiwakus. But that also makes it hard for those 3 tournaments because those are like, besides Yokozunas and Ozekis and Seiwakis, those are the next best guys.
Yeah.
And even Hakuho used to predict about it. He was always worried about the first 5 days. He was like, it's so easy to lose in the first 5 days, and then like your whole tournament goes down when you're that high up.
Yeah.
So he talked about like it's hard.
Yeah.
And Haas, find a way past it because you are a total badass, and we know it.
And they prove talk all the shit you want, whatever, maybe showboats, whatever, but numbers on the board and consistency, he pushes through the hardest days of a tournament. All you, like, I guess maybe, newcomers to the channel, newcomers to Sumo, watch, I don't know where you can find it, but if you could ever find some of his best years, I mean, we were honored enough to be able to start, watch Sumo in Hakuho's, heyday, and it was phenomenal. And I still haven't seen a consistency like that in a lot of the new guys. Yeah, but they're getting there.
Darren Fuji would probably have it if he wasn't injured so often.
Yeah, I know. Ain't that
Because if he wasn't injured so often, he would at very least get 12. That'd be a bad tournament for him.
But see, I feel like we've been we've been playing this record over and over since the dynasty. Like, you had Kiseno Sato. We've got these guys who have the energy, have the they have the presence, they have the technique, and it's just been injury plagued, amazing people, injury plagued. Takakeisho, Teruno Fuji,
this has been a thing forever though.
I know, but
it really has been.
Haruma Fuji, Kakuryu, Hakuho had a really long run without a debilitating injury.
But that is very rare.
I know.
Those kind of guys are usually the top, even among the top guys.
Yeah. It was just this. I don't know. Maybe we're spoiled, or whatever. Because that was just unreal.
When I was watching in the the 90s and the early 2000s, there were injuries for a lot of guys. The reason why Akebono didn't have 20-something tournament wins is because in the middle of he got to Ozeki fast. He did 30 tournaments. Yokozuna. He got 30 tournaments faster than anybody. He was 22. And then he had a big fucking slump. And then he got past the injuries and had a nice little resurgence near the end of his career before retiring. And he retired kind of early for somebody because he had injury shit. So it doesn't... it happens.
Yeah.
The other Hawaiians both had fucking injury issues.
Musashi
Maru, he messed up he took him a long time to go from Ozeki to Yokozuna. Because he had some injury issues.
I want a Hawaiian dynasty back.
Oh, that'd be great. And one showed up. One's in there.
There's one. I know.
It's an American. I'm happy right now.
He's Musashi Maru.
When was when we lost the last one? The Texas guy won that was 2019.
Yeah. Right before the pandemic.
4 freaking years we've been waiting for another American.
American!
Fuck yeah! So, now, should we just go to the Take Show and talk about his run? The belt run? Okay, we're going to finish with the Take Show belt run. I feel, as much as I want him to get it, and if you watch the show, you know I love him and I want him to have it so bad. But I feel he has to dominate. I think that's all... Just like King of Sato, that's the only thing they're waiting for, was a dominating freaking win.
Yeah.
If he can get 14 wins or something like that, they'd give it to him. They're like, boom. 13, they'll talk about it and go, maybe. But 14, 15, it's his.
Yeah.
Because he has, that would be his fifth win.
We're going to need a Yokozuna pretty soon, y'all. Let's be real. Tenan Fuji is...
having a hard time.
Done.
His knees are messed up. I mean,
it's not,
I know
not
when he's healthy, he'll come in and win. He's that good.
Yeah.
But he's going to miss...
Knees and spine?
Two tournaments a year is probably what he's good for at the moment. That's not a lot, man.
Yeah.
Not in today's age of 6 tournaments a year. And it's hard. I get it's hard on them.
Yeah.
And I hope they can find a way to make it a little easier on these guys, but I haven't thought of a good way. I know that one thing they did was it kind of worked, but then they would have not enough people sometimes, where they were allowed to skip one tournament a year without losing their rank.
That would be nice.
There were times it would. The problem is when they were doing that for the short period of time, there would be like a tournament. Let's say you had 4 tournaments and you started out injured, but you want to take one off to make sure you're okay. And like 10 other guys did that in the fucking top division. That's a lot of missing guys.
That's a lot of missing.
That was the issue.
Domino effect.
That was the issue. And they've thought about it many times to bring that back because missing a tournament would help these guys out a lot every once in a while, but
you get more longevity out of the athletes.
So Takakesho, I think can do it with a big win. It has to be dominating. It has to be his style of sumo, which is what he does mostly. And what he did this time may have helped him.
Okay.
This is what he said he's done after all the other tournament wins he's had as Nozeki. He's had 3 as Nozeki and 1 outside. He trained really hard, really freaking hard, because he wanted to freaking win the next one and become a Yokozuna. Mm-hmm. And almost every time, as we all know, he got injured. So this time, he won the Jungo and said, I'm not going to fight people. I'm going to train. I'm not going to fight people and push myself that hard until my body tells me I'm ready. Mm-hmm. And so he only started a couple weeks ago fighting people again.
I haven't seen that. I hope he looks good.
I think it's a smart move for someone who's injury prone.
Yeah.
Like, wait until your body says, you know what, I feel okay.
Yeah.
Because if you push it too far, too fast, it's just the same as if you don't do enough. If you don't do enough, your body's not ready. Yes. If you push your body too hard, your body's not going to be ready because it's still trying to recover from all the fucking pushing.
Damn. Yeah.
So, we'll see how it happens. November is his best tournament. It's always been his best. He's won 2 of his 4. Half his tournaments have been November wins.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. His first one and, yeah.
For the bingo people. Well, that's the Banzuke.
That's the Banzuke. Do you have a favorite for this tournament? It's kind of hard because some of the best guys are not sure if they're going to fucking fight or not, but...
I'm always a champion of Midori Fuji, but my eye is fixated on Gonoyama. I really enjoy him, and I am enjoying his rise. It does, and hopefully his rise will give fuel to the fire for Hakuoho after his injuries. So that'll make him, if he already has what do you call it, the motivation, to just maul through the bottom guys. I feel really sorry for the dudes he has to mow through. to get back up.
Most of them.
He is gonna murder.
Even Juryo, I'll be surprised if he gets less than 10.
Oh no,
he's gonna kill people.
He's gonna murder. But if he sees his boy, Gonayama, right shit in the Sanyaku, he's gonna be like, fuck yes, like a 80s montage, freaking. Gonna be the best.
I would like to see Gonayama go against Takeisho because they are the same age, and he looks up a lot to Takeisho. Like he does. He's like, I want to be like that guy right now. Well, most of the Japanese people who like to push, that's the guy. That's the guy to look forward to. I would love Takeisho.
That'd be great if that happens this tournament.
Yeah, because it happened that one where he almost he fucking killed it. And he got his butt kicked, though, on that one.
Yes.
But if it happens again...
November.
Yeah.
Or no, not November.
It was a few months ago, right?
Yeah.
Shit, what was I going to say? Okay, so obviously I want Takeshi to win. November, my favorite freaking wrestler right now. However, if I was putting money down, I feel like Haas is going to be pissed. After everybody talks shit and he barely fucking got his 8. I think Haas is going to be mad.
I could put Haas as a dark horse.
I think he's going to come out and get 12. I think he's pissed hard.
Okay.
The other guy is Tommy Fuji. I don't know. It depends on how he handled the celebrity because he got thrusted into celebrity. Everybody wants to talk to him now. Everybody wants to do interviews. Everybody wants autographs because he did so well in the last tournament and he's very young. Going on is badass, but like I said, he's the same age as Takeisho. He's not like that 20, 21 like Hakuhoho and Tommy Fuji are like crazy young.
Yeah.
So like people were like, woo with this guy. Plus he has those cheeks.
Attention.
I mean those cheeks.
I'm sure there's female fan clubs also giving him all the attention and stuff.
Kids seem to love him.
Oh Lord.
I gotta tell you though, I agree. I will always talk about it. He has the most pinchable cheeks. I just want to be like
more than Kimbo-san? Kimbo-san he's got a lot of cheeks.
He got a lot of cheeks, but Tommy Fuji's got the little kid cheeks.
Yeah, true.
Like those rosy things that you're just like, oh, look at those. They're so adorable. Ino has them too, but he didn't weigh enough to get him to puff out too much. Yeah. But he has that rosiness on his cheeks.
Yes.
So you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, ladies. I bet Zombie Mommy's out there going, hell yeah, I'll pinch those cheeks.
Shout out Zombie Mommy.
Love you, Zombie Mommy.
Woo-woo.
But that is, in a nutshell, the next Banzuki. I mean, the next tournament.
Banzuki.
Oh my god. We went out to ramen and beer before this, so give me a little bit of a break.
It's fine. I'm getting a little drunk.
With that said, we love you guys. We're gonna cut this here. I hope this was entertaining because I don't know. Hopefully future Caleb editing this will be like, okay, we were kind of stupid.
Stupid is good.
But like I said, don't get used to this. We will probably go back to Zooms pretty soon here.
Yeah, it's gonna get cold.
And driving.
And driving.
It's like an hour 15 to get to each other's houses.
Yeah.
And we're just lazy.
This is fun.
This is fun.
We might get a little Christmas special. A little New Year's, like, I might put a little Santa hat on and we can fucking...
Oh, yeah. I told a lot of people that
he's more Santa-like, and I'll put an elf hat or an elf outfit on.
Oh my gosh, we need to take photos of Sumo Santa and Sumo Elf. Sumo Santa and Sumo Elf Justin.
Yes. And Liesl, you could be the little girl that wants a present.
Harry.
Yeah.
She's the tiniest thing in the world.
That's true. Yeah.
Liesl should be another elf.
Like, what would you like for Christmas? I want a Takeisho win.
She's going to be so upset about that. But she's so tiny.
I know.
Okay. See you guys. Get your sumo on.
Cheers. Sweet. Oh. Awesome. We did it.
We did. 10:35. Not bad.
Yeah, you know, get me home for midnight.
Yeah. Good, because I think I'm pretty sure now that I drank this, I'm gonna get hungry in about an hour. So like as soon as I get home, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna have to convince myself not to eat too goddamn much, because I'm gonna go to bed an hour after that. So anyway.